How is everybody doing? I hope you all are doing amazing. We are looking at the countdown for the Bitcoin halving. Give me 1 second and we're going to get started. Now, this is taking roughly an hour to 2 hours here is what the rough idea is as of right now. How is everybody doing? So that's what we are kind of looking at. There's a little bit of an echo, but we got rid of it. All right, again, so with all that said, give me 1 second and we'll get the video rolling. Hopefully the echo is gone at this point. How's everybody doing? We're going to do this a little bit differently so we can see the countdown. Oh my gosh, this light is like death. It's killing me. I might have to move to the damn counter, the bar. But yeah, so we have about an hour, 42 minutes until the halving, and that's a rough estimate. This is just, again, a prediction based on how many blocks are remaining, which if you look up there, there's 9 blocks remaining until the halving, which basically, again, the halving just cuts down on how many Bitcoins you get when you're rewarded for mining as a miner. So essentially, back in 2009, there was 50, is what it started out as, or with. 2012, there was a halve to 25. 2016, it halved it again to 12.5. 2020, it halved it again to 6.25, and now it will have it again to 3.125. And so that makes it more rare for the coins, right? So there's less coins in population essentially, or available to purchase, because there's less being rewarded. This is how you counteract inflation. It's like if you printed less and less money every year versus the way our presidents do it now, they print more and more every year, right? Which is why our inflation goes up. So Satoshi was actually pretty brilliant when he established all of this, because what happened was he wanted a way to keep inflation down, and he would know certain times on when it happened. So with that said, that's exactly why halving occurs, in order to control inflation. That is the only reason it is there. So that's exactly why you'll see it bounce up. That's why you saw it spike. But the bigger problem, the bigger point that I had made over a year ago when it was at $16,000 was you were going to see an all-time high hit, again, due to the fact that it was all dependent on the ETFs. The ETFs got approved. The companies that own the ETFs were going to buy up Bitcoin out the ass, driving the price through the roof. A lot of people are confusing this spike with the halving, which that's not what it's from. This spike comes from the companies, the hedge funds that have the ETFs that got approved. They're continuously buying up Bitcoins, right, for that said ETF. That is what's causing the price to actually take off. It's not the halving. I know even some companies don't understand it, because, again, a lot of these companies, even they are new to Bitcoin. They've only been around a few years. They don't even fully understand it either. So, but that happens every time there's a halving. It doesn't shoot up. That's not what happens based on the history of halving. However, you do get the news going again, the buzz going again, the feed going again. And if people properly explained it to the point that, the rewards for the Bitcoin every time you mine a block have been cut in half, and now there's, an insanely low amount at this point, because after tonight, the reward every time you mine a block, it cuts it down to 3.125. So that's like next to nothing. You have to understand how many miners are going to stick around to mine for 3 Bitcoins if it's only, let's say it drops down to 40,000. Who the hell's going to want? It's going to cost them more in electricity to mine 3 fucking Bitcoins than anything else. So you have to keep all that in mind as well. The halving itself doesn't increase the value. Okay. What increases the value is the fact that there are less of them, encouraging more people to buy them up, especially with the ETFs, these hedge funds buying them up. You have Tesla, who is the 4th largest Bitcoin holder in the world, buying them up. I don't think they're buying them anymore, but they have a shit ton of them. And that's what's driving the price up. Okay, I know people really don't understand but the value comes from how many people are buying or selling, and at the price that they're selling or buying it for. That's how a price is determined in stock and crypto. Nothing else affects it. Nothing. All has to do with people buying and selling it for particular prices. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask, because we are going to have a couple hours left. I'm actually going to turn on the TikTok channel for a minute and set that off to the side so we can have that running as well. 3% I called out DJ. Just give me 1 second to hit that up. I need to get a stand for this because I'm going to have to set the damn speaker. I'm going to have to set the damn speaker down. I'm going to try to... Which one of these is the microphone? I think the microphone is on the right, which is why there are 5 holes and there's 3 on the left. Let's see if that works. Let's go with that. So we have 1 hour, 37 minutes. We have 8 blocks remaining. The estimated time for the halving is 8:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. And that's a pretty big deal. Again, it does not make the price go up in any way, shape, or form, as I've already stated. That's not the point of this. That's not what it does. All right. The reward gets cut in half. All right. This has happened multiple times since 2009. Again, we'll go through this one more time. 2009, it started with 50 Bitcoins was the reward for the miners. And in 2012, we got cut in half to 25, 2016 to 12.5, 2020 to 6.25. And now again, 2024, 3.125 is what the reward will be. So that means less Bitcoins are rewarded to the miners for every block that they mine. Okay, meaning less Bitcoins, meaning inflation stays low. It stays down. Again, the reason why we have such high inflation in the U.S. is because our presidents overprint money. This is a way to keep all of the everything down, right? By rewarding less. Basically, we're printing less Bitcoins is essentially what's happening. That doesn't make the price go up. Again, the reason why the price went up was because of the hedge funds having their ETFs approved. They bought up all the Bitcoin, a shit ton of it, causing the prices to skyrocket because nothing affects a price in Bitcoin or stock except for the actual shareholders. The people who buy and sell are the ones who make the prices, determine the value. That is it. But this is a good thing because news will get out and they'll spin it and say, well, there's less Bitcoins being mined. So that means there's less available and it's going to get in the news again. It's going to go crazy. The price is going to go up, and that will be the indirect way that it affects it. There is no direct way that halving actually affects the price. I've been through this, 3 times now since 2009. Again, the price goes up because word comes out and it sounds like there's less Bitcoin, and that's what drives it up. Again, the main reason why we spiked so hard was not because of the halving. It was because of all of the hedge funds buying up Bitcoin for their ETFs when they got approved. That's why it drove to 70,000, not the halving. Anybody who tells you it's because of the halving has no fucking clue what they're talking about whatsoever. I've been in Bitcoin since 2009. I've experienced this 3 freaking times over. Trust me, that's not how it works at all. The price goes up later, yes, and that's because people buy the crap out of it because they learn that the reward is less. Now, again, this might become an interesting halving because what will happen, again, is now the miners have to pay more money to mine for less Bitcoin, all right? There's 9 blocks left, by the way, which is roughly an hour and 34 minutes. Giving us a predicted time of 8:53 p.m. tonight. The Bitcoin value as of right now is 63,782. All right. So again, with all that said, the halving does not create the value. People buying it creates the value, which is why it takes time. But again, one of the interesting things I think about this one is because it drops it to 3.125 per block per reward for the miners, right? So that's less Bitcoin. That means they have to spend more money in order to get less Bitcoin, less value. So a lot of these miners might call it quits because they're not actually profiting enough off of 3.125 Bitcoin for the amount of electricity that it's going to cost to mine all that said Bitcoin, right? So that's another interesting variable that people, none of these people talk about this crap because none of these people know about this crap, right? All these idiots on TikTok, YouTube, even on X and all these publications, they don't know any of this crap. They haven't been involved in this long enough to know the actual equation. They've just been jumping on the bandwagon the last few years. Again, I've been through 3 halvings I think at this point. What was it? 2012, 2016. I think 2019 was another one, right? And 2020 was another one. And, again, 2009, you were getting 50 Bitcoins per block for your reward. 2012 was 25, 2016, 12.5, 2026 6.25. Again, then remember Bitcoin took off. 2024, 3.125, but it only really took off in 2020 because everything was happening with AMC and GME and Wall Street bets, and people were just now discovering Bitcoin, and it was a craze with the lockdown and people trying to find a way to make money, and it took off. Namaste as well, Nepal. So you got to remember that was one of the things that caused it to skyrocket after 2020. So not expecting it to take off after the halving. I'm actually expecting it to stay kind of balanced. Might be a slight pullback. However, again, once word of mouth gets out, people understand that, the reward is only 3.125 per block mine. That's the reward for the miners. Some of these miners shutting down everything might actually cause the hedge funds who own the ETFs to invest a little bit more, buy some more, drive the price up a little higher, and eventually get all that. But I don't discuss my price targets, my analysis outside of the Discord. So if you want to join up and get all that information, you can do it one of two ways: dailyinvestorx.com or patreon.com/blind as shit. Patreon.com/investorx. I don't put blinds on my kitchen windows because it's so peaceful. But there's curtains on everything, curtains everywhere else. Of course, the way the earth is shifted right now, usually like 90% of the year, there's nothing here, but like 10% of the year, when our axis shifts, I get this for like a month out of the year on where my house is kind of located. But I'm fucking blinded. What's going on, Dirt Dog 806? I think that's what it says. I'm looking like a pirate right now. But yeah, so that's where we are right now. Again, this will be the fourth halving. Don't expect it to skyrocket. That's not the point of halving. I know people are misleading because they don't understand what halving is. They don't understand how Bitcoin works. So they're giving you guys a bunch of misinformation. Again, I've been through this multiple times. I haven't been blinded this bad before, though. We're going to shift. We're going to shift way over there. Oh, my God, I can see so much. What the hell is that? What is that? Fucking looks like the creature crawling on my window. What the hell is... There's nothing there. What the hell is that? Nobody knows. But there's some creature apparently that's some weird effect going on from another dimension maybe. I have no clue. But yeah, that's pretty much where everything's sitting. And again, we have an hour and 30 minutes. This is a guesstimate because there's 9 blocks remaining until the halving, which again should be roughly 8:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Current Bitcoin value is $63,723. And again, keep in mind, this will not make Bitcoin skyrocket. Okay, again, this just cuts the rewards in half in order to control inflation in Bitcoin. That's the main purpose of halving. Again, that means less Bitcoins will be mined, which means less Bitcoins available. Now that news might drive up the price, but not the halving itself. So it will indirectly affect the price. But again, we are not at an all-time high again because of the halving. We are here because of all of the hedge funds buying up Bitcoin once their ETFs got approved. That is what drove it to the high that we have right now, not the halving. I know there's a lot of misinformation because people don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. They really have no clue. And half the time, they won't even show their face because they know that they're in their mommy's basement or something. So they're zoomed in on the screen. So really, they don't know anything. But yeah, you got to stop listening to these people. They really have no clue how any of this works. So that's what we're waiting for. I just thought it would be interesting to kind of live stream this. It's not going to super affect anything. It'll affect some things later on, but not instantly. Again, anybody who's in the Discord watching this live stream, if you have any questions, there is a comment box right up there. You can ask any questions you want. And again, our current estimate, 1 hour, 28 minutes. Is this a good buy-in point? Hell no, it's not. What's going on, Top Gun? How you doing, man? No, well, a good buy-in would have been when I told everybody to buy and hold at least one Bitcoin if they could afford it when it was at 16,000, because I said it was going to go to an all-time high again within a year, and I stated the exact reason why. And once those ETFs were approved, I said this over a year before those ETFs got approved, it shot it up to 70,000. Now that we're up, around an all-time high again, you don't buy high and sell low. You buy low and sell high, right? Anybody telling you to buy now, I think, is an idiot. But most people that are investors are idiots. I don't, not to be a dick. I'm being factual. I'm not trying to be condescending or a douchebag or anything. But I mean, it's true. How's everything been, Top Gun? I see you have a weird name now. Your new phone is sick. So clear and great lighting. Well, okay, so it's not the phone. I'm black and blinded by the sun right now. So what I'm getting is like indirect light bouncing off the wall, and it's looking beautiful. Like when you put like when you have a light, like a studio light, and you put the diffuser over it, it's like, wow, because it diffuses all the particles and it creates perfection. Yeah, that's what you're getting right now. That's what, trust me. I mean, the camera's good because it's there, but you know. Champion says, facts are facts. Yes, they are facts, and that's the only thing I spew. That's why we make money, baby. I only bet on sure things. So should I just wait till it goes down dramatically and I don't know. And I don't know about go down dramatically. I yes, there will be another dip. I'm not going to get too much in that. If you want my analysis, if you want my price targets, which are dead fucking spot on all the time, it's all in the Discord. It's already written up. I'm not much of a repetitive speaker. I have OCD, ADHD, and ADD, so I don't like to, I'm not really a fan of repeating myself often. Everything is not just in writing in the Discord. There's literally an hour-long video based on what you want to know for where I think everything stands right now. I update those videos constantly in live streams in the Discord. You have Bitcoin. I'm going to do one on Ethereum soon. You just had one on DJT. I told everybody when it was freaking up at like 36, I said it's, buy it between 25, around 23. I said 20 to 23. You can see the video on here. I said sell it around 35, and boom, it hit to fucking perfection just like that. I even said it 3 times actually, but it's okay. Some people missed it, but it's all right. You can't see everything. Things get, people have lives, but what's going on, shoe cleaner? Bro, my fucking shoes are dirty. Are you really a shoe cleaner? I hope you are. Bro, I'll send you my boots if you're a real shoe cleaner. My shoes are death. I don't like buying new shoes. I freaking hate it. Like when I find a pair of boots or something and I like them for life. And the problem is they don't make these anymore. They were a limited run by Harley. And damn it, I literally am like gluing the fucking soles back together because I refuse to buy a new pair. So we were at 1 hour, 25 minutes left. We still have... Stat4 says he's watching this on YouTube. Yeah, you guys can view this on YouTube. It's on TikTok. It's in the Discord. What the hell is in my... I have like a spider. What the hell is happening? I have some weird thing on the wall and a fucking spider crawling in my hair or something. That's one of my businesses. Oh, do you have it in Central Florida? I'd be happy to drop my boots off. They're like 3 years old. And if I could get them restored, I would keep them forever. They're the greatest boots ever, man. But yeah, so we're at 1 hour and 25 minutes left. Again, this is the... estimate, just so you know. So Jesus, hold on a second. I'm being messaged by too many people at once. Okay, and we have 6 blocks remaining, which would put us at roughly 8:53 p.m. Sorry, I got to get this over. Bitcoin 20,000, not a chance. You missed your shot. I said on the Discord over a year ago when that it was going to go to 16,000 to buy it at 16,000. If you can afford to buy and hold at least one, it will go to an all-time high. My exact analysis in the Discord was due to the ETFs getting approved, it would put it at an all-time high. The ETFs got approved, boom, it went to an all-time high, and here we are, baby. It is not going to 20,000. Anybody who tells you that knows nothing about Bitcoin. Let's see. The man knows what he's talking about. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Refresh Shoe Cleaner. Are you in the Discord? Or were you in the Discord? There's so many people in the Discord, but a lot of them stay silent. They just like to read everything. So sometimes I get missed. Oh, you were? Well, that's awesome, man. I hope you are making a ton of money. And, dude, if you're in Central Florida, I'm happy to bring my boots by. Happy to let you repair them for me. I got to keep them. I can't get rid of them. My OCD is attached. I can't do it. I see Bitcoin dumping at halvings. No, because the problem you have right now is the fact that the majority owners of, the largest owners of Bitcoin are people who are not selling them. You have Tesla's the number 4 Bitcoin holder in the world. Now you have all the ETFs, meaning the hedge funds own all the Bitcoins. They're not going to sell them. They can't really sell them. It'll mess up their ETF. So they have to keep, a lot of these companies have to keep them now. So all you really have are some of these smaller players. But But that's kind of where all that stuff sits. It's not like it was 10 years ago where it was like us average folk own the majority of Bitcoin, right? Now it's like, now all the big boys, like the billionaires and shit, some trillionaires, all own Bitcoin. So it's a little different now. You might see it dip a little, obviously, but then again, it just dipped. So, it's not going to take off because that's not what halving does. Halving cuts the reward in half for the miners, meaning they get less Bitcoin every time they mine a block, right? So what happens there is by cutting it in half, right, having all these halvings consistently, I'll go through it one more time. Starting off in 2009, we had 50, 2012, 25, 2016, 12 and a half, 2026 and a quarter, and now 2024 will be 3.125. And so I know it's going to look weird. I'm talking to I have my Discord and YouTube camera here, and I have my TikTok here. So I'm trying to get both of you guys. It's like when you have two people you're talking to and you want to include both of them in the conversation, you look back and forth. So just to let you know what's going on. But so with that said, yeah, it does that for inflation purposes to keep the inflation down. That was Satoshi's ideology behind it. It does not make the price go up. Us owners and sellers, us investors, make price in stock and crypto go up. That is the only thing that makes it go up. When you sell, when you buy, and what you sell or buy it for, that's what creates the shift in value in stock and crypto, right? So again, having had nothing to do with this explosion, the ETFs being passed and all of the hedge funds buying up all the Bitcoin for their ETFs made it take off. Now, of course, the halving might indirectly affect the price because, again, when word gets out that you're only getting 3.125 Bitcoins every time a miner gets a reward, that's not that much. So that means that there's going to be less added on every block, right? So there's going to be less being put out to buy up. Okay, so the more we buy up, the less that there is available, the more value it is, right? That's just kind of how it works overall. And the more of these, that's why we said these ETFs were a really good thing because these hedge funds are going to buy the shit out of this stuff and drive it through the roof. It's going to be absolutely crazy. What's going on, Stat? I see you're also on the TikTok. Again, we are live in the Discord, YouTube, and TikTok. I was going to throw it up on Facebook as well, but unfortunately, Streamlabs just was being a pain in the ass. So, how about the Tesla Cybertruck recall? The recall was nothing. It literally is the accelerator cover. Okay, like my Performance has a metal cover. The Cybertruck, the Model S Plaid, they all have these metal covers that go on the accelerator. And the way the Cybertruck was held on was 2 notches, and people were slamming on the accelerator. And when you slam on it enough, what was happening were those 2 tabs they started popping up, allowing it to shift up, and it got stuck. So literally, you can just take it off. I know 3 people with them. I've literally saw one of them out of the 3. Only one of them had this issue. And literally all he did was slide it right off, and he uses his accelerator pedal once again. So it wasn't really that big of a deal. Bitcoin will not crash. Raging Texan, this guy is wrong about everything. I do the opposite of him. He's basically the troll of TikTok, Kramer, essentially, right? So you do the opposite of everything he says, and you'll be rich. So no, it's not. It doesn't crash after halving. That doesn't make any sense. Can Shiba be shorted? I mean, you can technically short anything. Shorting is really just a bet against something. A lot of the time, so if you go back to when the real estate market crashed in 2008, okay, they bet Michael Burry and all them, they bet against the banks and against real estate, and they did this by making a bet with the bank, right, privately. So I mean, you can short anything. Shorting is just a bet against something. That's all it is. You can have a private bet. How me and you could fucking go into a contract together and fucking have a private bet and short it against each other. That's all shorting is. So there are companies that will take those bets. There are crypto companies that will take the bets on Shiba and Bitcoin and all of them. But Bitcoin and them is a little easier because you don't even have to go through the crypto to short it. You just mess with the ETF, So you can just go about it that way. It's not really that hard. Pretty simple. So we are at 1 hour, 17 minutes left. We have 7 blocks left. Estimated predicted halving time is 8:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. The current Bitcoin price is 63,735. It hasn't moved really at all. So we're still sitting around the same little area. Oh, we got some messages on here. I got to check these messages. Stats all over the place, messaging on everything. Thanks, Stat. I can't keep up. He's got, you could just put all your questions in on one of these streams. It would keep it so much easier. God, that sun is death. Holy hell. We're going to shift over again. It's like the sun is like rotating this way. Flat Earth, what do you know, man? That's what's happening with the sun. It's because we're on fucking flat Earth. Comet must have spun by and, turned us like a fucking dreidel top or something. We're rotating into the sun now. I met you in Cocoa Beach like 3 to 4 years ago. Yeah, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You don't even know when the last time I've been to Cocoa Beach. Last time I was in Cocoa Beach 3 to 4 years ago. No, last time I was in Cocoa Beach because I always go to that fucking island on the Gulf. God, I can't remember the name of it. I always go there. But last time I was in Cocoa Beach was probably 2017. It's like 7 years ago. So that wasn't me, bud. Nice try, though. The halving before Bitcoin was down. This time it's way up. What are your thoughts? I already said this. I predicted this a year ago in the Discord at dailyinvestorx.com or patreon.com/investorx. They both get you in the Discord. I told everybody when it was at 20,000, while all these clowns, these wannabe investor kids were telling everybody Bitcoin was going to 5. I said they were full of crap. It'll go to 16. When it goes to 16, if you can afford it, buy and hold at least one Bitcoin. Hold it for a little over a year because we will hit another all-time high. And I said exactly why it spiked. This spike has nothing to do with the halving. I said exactly what was going to cause this spike over a year ago in writing. And it's exactly what caused it. So it was exactly as predicted, the ETF's approval. Well, like I said, well, we will hit an all-time high a little over a year from now when the ETFs get approved, if they get approved, because what will happen is all these hedge funds have to buy the shit up out of Bitcoin in order to fulfill the ETFs, right? So what that does is it drives the price through the roof. So now you have all these billion-dollar, trillion-dollar hedge funds buying the shit out of Bitcoin, and that's what drove the price up. Nothing to do with halving. Anybody who says that just doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, honestly. So let's see. Yeah, never said that, bro. You're talking to the wrong person, buddy. Wrong guy. So I haven't been there since 2017. It's been almost 7 years since I've been to Cocoa Beach. I haven't even seen, the only way I've even seen a damn SpaceX launch is from my house. I haven't even gone to Cape Canaveral since like around that same time. Waiting for Shiba to spike. Good luck with that, man. I don't know how to help you with that, but I'm spitballing dates. I don't know, man. Not being a dick. I mean, I don't know if but the last time I was in Cocoa Beach was like 2017. It might be. It was like probably the end of 2017. I want to say the end of summer 2017. I think it was like August, September 2017, if I remember correctly. I mean, I can go back through my pictures if I want to be specific, but so we have 1 hour and 13 minutes left, 7 blocks remaining still. And the predicted time is still 8:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Top Solana meme coin. Oh my God. I like to make real money. I don't. The kind of the joke about that though is I made so much damn money off of Dogecoin because I bought it at 0.00674 and I sold it at over like 60 cents. I made a fuck ton of money off of Doge. So it's like I kind of still make that stupid inside joke. Screw meme. Screw those meme coins. I made a shit ton of money off Doge, but screw those meme coins. I like to stick to long term. I don't do short term really. Stats, my moderator, he does day trades live. I do long term because long term takes more skill. It's really easy to sit there. No offense, Stat. I'm talking about other people that do this day trade bullshit. They stare at SPY all day. They sit there and they wait for alerts and they try to get in and get out. It's kind of a joke. There's no skill in that. You want to talk about real skill? predict an investment a year out to perfection. Then you'll impress me. That's what I do because I like long-term taxes. I don't like short-term capital gain tax. I know a lot of people love to try to nitpick that, but those same people have never had a shit ton of money to be able to know the difference. I've gone through it. Trust me, long-term capital gain tax is the best fucking thing in the world. Of course, if you're going to have an IRA account and you want to day trade from like a fucking retirement account, then you're good because you're not taxed, right? Clean for your retirement. Don't do it to try to live off of it. It's a fucking death sentence. Is Fetch a good investment? No thanks. If you like it, man. If you like it, buy it. I wouldn't. I'm not a fan of it. So Jesus, I can give you the history of just Bitcoin and it'll take until we're done. We're down to 6 blocks now. It'll take until this shit halves. It's in Bitcoin 2009. Started mining with a Butterfly ASIC rigs, mining rig. 2 of them actually. I bought a second one. This was 2013. Sold those for twice as much what they were worth in 2015. Sold my Bitcoin when it was over 50,000 a coin. That's Bitcoin. Got back into Bitcoin at 16,000 when I told everybody else in my Discord to get into it. This was over a year ago, and I told them why I was buying it up again, and because it was going to hit another all-time high due to the ETFs roughly a year to a year and a half from now. This was back a year and a half ago, and that's where I am with Bitcoin. Ethereum, I got into Ethereum when it was fucking low as shit. Sold it when it was like 1,000, bought it back when it was like 400, sold it again at like 2,000, bought it again at 800. It's just sold it recently at close to 4,000. So that one's gone. Tesla, I sold that shit when it got to be over 1,000. Then you had the split. I bought it back at 103. I told everybody it was going to go to 103 and I was going to buy it up. Then I sold it at 280. I told everybody when I was going to sell it in the Discord at 280. And then recently I bought it back around like 150 for the long run because we have the unveiling of the Robotaxi and an update on the Model 2 coming out this year. That's a big deal. There's a lot of other analyses and my price targets all in the Discord, dailyinvestorx.com or patreon.com/investorx. I have Verizon. When that shit was at 35, I said I was buying it at 30 because I knew it was going to 30. I told everybody in the Discord. Then I said I'm buying it at 30 because it'll be back up over 40 and it's got an 8% fucking dividend. Boom, went to 30. Boom, sat at 42. I got a shit ton of money in Verizon. I explained what I plan to do with Verizon when I plan to sell it and why. Okay, this is all in detail, in analysis, in the videos, in the analyses, in the Discord. What else am I in? I gotta go through my brain. I have no more Doge. I bought Doge back at 3 cents. I told everybody to buy it back at 3 cents. I sold it at like 18 cents again recently, around 18 to 20 cents. I sold some at 18 and some more at the rest at 20. So I'm out of Doge completely. But yeah, Verizon, I have DJT. Again, I told everybody it was going to go when it was at 37 on the 9th. I told everybody I said, if this goes to 20 to 23, buy it. Boom. Went to 22 and a half on the 16th. And I literally said in that live stream, you can see the video actually on this channel. I said, it's going to go up to around 35 to 40, sell it between 35 and 40. Boom. Today it hit 37 and a half. I sold it exactly as I said I would. To fucking perfection in a live stream. I took that clip from the 9th. I put it right here on TikTok just to prove how accurate I am. Nobody else can do this shit. Kathy Woods can't do that shit. Never in her life. I always call Kathy Woods. Oh, Kathy always late to the fucking game, Woods. She's always late on the investments. She's too early pulling them out.
She don't know what the fuck she's doing. I'm glad she puts money in my investments that I buy when I buy it at a better fucking price because she helps drive it up. Thank you. But that's about all she's good for. Sorry, but it's the fact. It's facts, man. It's the fucking truth. I got to get a Type C cable before my phone dies, though. Let me catch back up. What's up, my man? What's going on, Francisco West? How you doing, man? Nice haircut. Oh, thanks, bro. It's kind of fucking shitty today. It's not as sexy as it normally is, but I appreciate that, man. Let's see. What's going on, Francisco? I got Fetch at 17 cents. That's awesome. I hope you're making a crap ton of money. Is it a good time to sell Doge? Like I said, I bought Doge back at 3 cents, sold it at 2 different points, close to 20 cents. I got rid of the remaining of it at 20 cents. So I made good money on it. Thoughts on Tesla earnings next week? That is my analysis, and my price targets are all in the Discord at dailyinvestorx.com or patreon.com/investorx. As far as that stuff goes, that's people who talk about Tesla are idiots. Okay, people try to analyze it like it's a normal business, and it's not. All right, so you get these idiots that sit here, and I don't say this to be derogatory. I say this because factually they're idiots. Okay, they're sitting there going, oh well. They didn't make the delivery, so their profits aren't that great. Well, that's the automotive part of their company. They have the AI, which they're leading in. They have solar, which they're destroying everybody else in, right? They have all of their subscription services, like for full self-drive, etc. They have their shop. There's endless stuff that they're involved in. They are the 4th largest Bitcoin holder in the world. Right? So when people say these things, I'm like, to me, they sound like idiots. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like if you're a Major League Baseball player and you're listening to a T-ball player who's like 3 years old trying to give you advice on baseball. For me, that's what it feels like. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just explaining, I'm giving you an analogy what it feels like to me. So it's like these people to me just sound like, what the fuck? They sound idiotic. So that's my thoughts, but let me get a Type C cable so I can keep this phone charged real quick. I don't know with the freaking the Type C cable part here. It's not gonna stand up, bro. So all my buy-ins, my price targets, my analyses, they are all on dailyinvestorx.com or patreon.com/investorx. Damn, I wish I could turn this sideways or upside down or rotate it. Yeah, I'm gonna make you all dizzy. Jesus. There's no way to keep this thing afloat with the cable. Oh, there we go. As long as I don't touch anything. Okay, I'm going to back away from the table just a little bit. Perfection. And hopefully everybody's doing good in the Discord as well. We are back up. Oh, it's slipping down. So we have 7 blocks remaining, 1 hour, 3 minutes. Again, the estimated time. Stupid thing. The estimated time is 8:53 p.m. until the halving. Keep all that in mind. 7 blocks remaining. We were at 6 and then it recalculated and went back up to 7. So we're at 7 again. We were at 6. We were making good movement. Now we're at 7. Hopefully everybody's having a great night tonight. I have not eaten yet. I'm sitting here freaking downing this. So when you mine, you're mining blocks, right? So every time a block is mined, the miners are rewarded.
Okay, so this what the halving does. It cuts the reward in half. So, essentially, what was it? 2009, we had we started off with 50 blocks. Then, when the first halving occurred in 2012, 25 blocks. 2016 cut it a half again to 12 and a half blocks. 2020 was 6.25. 2024 right now will be 3.125. So that's how many Bitcoins the miners get as a reward, right? So it's going to bring it down. And basically what that does is that protects inflation, right? So again, my comparison is going to be the presidents we always have overprint money, which causes our inflation to go through the roof. So Satoshi came up with this brilliant idea to control inflation by having halvings, which cuts the amount that you can produce in half, right? And it continues to cut it in half, thus keeping the value afloat and never dropping based on inflation. A digital crypto inflation, which is what a lot of cryptos actually have. They have way too many fucking coins, some of them, and they'll never get up to the price of Bitcoin for that. Like Ethereum will never hit the price of Bitcoin. Now, who cares? Because it still moves at the same percentage rate, right? So if you buy at 800 and sell at 5,000, you're still making a shit ton of money. So who gives a crap? But Ethereum's never going to be at $50,000. It's never going to happen because there's way too many damn coins. Way too fucking many. And when they talk about, then they had this bullshit idea of burning off coins. That was just the biggest bullshit I've ever heard in my life. There was no burning off anything. All they did was put them into a fucking count where they couldn't access them anymore. That doesn't make the coins disappear from the blockchain. It just means you can't access them. If I go and I take $1 million of printed money, USD money, and I stick it in a safe and I kick that bastard into the ocean, well, guess what? That money's still printed. It still counts in this country as printed money, all right? It didn't just magically take it out of what there is in the circulation. It's still a part of it, all right? So that whole thing was the biggest gimmick, nonsensical crap I've ever heard in my life. And of course, they don't do it anymore because it was a gimmick. And people finally started catching on. I told everybody since day one, it was the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. I said, just because you put it into account and forget it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Look at some of these people who have 50 Bitcoins, 100 Bitcoins on a hard drive, and they can never access them, right? Well, guess what? Did that come out of the overall freaking amount of Bitcoin that exists? No, the numbers still exist. You just can't access it anymore, right? If I burn $1 million, it doesn't mean that it comes out of the overall amount of the deficit or anything. It's still there. It doesn't disappear. I mean, it was the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Sorry, I missed some questions. I can't read, it's so tiny. Could there ever be a time where altcoins move on their own without Bitcoin? No. So the majority of these altcoins don't survive on their own. They exist on networks, right? Like you have the Ethereum's network. I'm not dumb this down. Sorry, layman term this down. So you have like Ethereum's network. You have Bitcoin's network. And these people would have to build millions of lines of coding to create their own true crypto. All right. They're not going to do that. They're piggybacking off of others' coding. So it fluctuates and moves with them basically. Right. So, I mean, could they ever? I mean, you could have somebody with a team decide to run 50 million lines of code and create a new freaking blockchain. Right. Could happen. Do I think it will? No, not at all, because I don't think these people really know anything what they're doing. And most of these altcoins and stuff are crap. They're falsified movements. People are like, oh, this moved 5,000% today. Yeah, because the people controlling it falsified it. What they do, so these people, when they bullshit people with these altcoins and these meme coins, the majority of them anyways, that's why there's like 1 million of them. So they're all programmed to software. And so they control the movement of the value, right? So when the value jumps, it was falsified software that showed the jump. People buy it because the people who originally created it are selling it for that amount, right? And then they're jumping ship and leaving it to do whatever it does on like an automated system. And you guys are left holding the bag, right? In a sense. So that's kind of how that works for a lot of these crap coins. I don't really get into them. I was in Doge. I was in Shiba Inu. I made a ton of money from both of them.
I made a ton of money from Doge a few times. We just went from 6 blocks to 4 blocks, by the way. I'm sure we'll jump back up to 5. And Bitcoin just moved up to 64,143. And we have 57 minutes remaining, which gives us an estimated time of 8:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next halving, which will bring the reward of the block for the miners to 3.125 from 6.25, which is what the current rate is for the reward. Or do you think Ether could flip Bitcoin? No. I just explained why Ethereum could never flip Bitcoin. There are way too many Ethereum coins for it to happen. It's just too many. Good luck. I mean, you could have like some trillionaire buy the shit out of it, or a bunch of trillionaires buy the shit out of it, and dump all their money into Ethereum, and it would raise it to like 20 grand. Sure. But good luck with that. You would need trillions upon trillions of dollars for Ethereum to be worth even half of what Bitcoin is. But again, Ethereum still makes you a ton of money because the percentages shift very similarly, right? They're very similar in shifting on percentage basis of your ROI, return on investment, right? So those movements will help. So like when I said buy Ethereum at 800, buy Bitcoin at 16,000, sell Ethereum at 4,000, right? You more than tripled your money on that return. Bitcoin, right? I sold it around 70,000 this time from 16. Again, you're almost the same percentage, a little closer to quadruple, but very close. So if you make the movements, you make the movements. But realistically, if you buy Bitcoin at 16,000, you put $5 grand into it, you're still quadrupling your money at 70-some thousand freaking dollars. You're still making the same. You're still doubling and tripling it up. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. It's all about the percentage, the return on your investment, the percentage. It's not about what this price is now and do I have enough to buy it. It's not stock. You don't need to buy a whole share, right? You can buy fractions and you'll get, like, let's say it goes up 700%. Well, you're still getting a 700% return on, let's say, $1,000 on Bitcoin. So you're still getting a great return. You're still getting a great percentage. Your ROI, your return on investment, the percentage is what matters, right? People, again, don't understand that either. Not you guys. It's just these people on TikTok and stuff. They drive me fucking nuts when I'm flipping through TikTok sometimes. The stuff they say is so fucking incorrect. It drives me nuts. It's like watching, the best analogy I can give you, it's like a Democrat watching Fox and it's like a Republican watching CNN. That's what investors on TikTok look like to me. Not to sound like an asshole. It's just the best analogy I can give you. But yeah, we shifted back up to 5 blocks. Which is why I think 8:53 p.m. Is going to be a little off. I think we're going to be a little closer to 9 p.m. 8:57 p.m. is what I think. But we can shift. Again, it's going to depend. We have a lot of solar companies that mine, right? So as the sun goes down, they have less power. They're using backup generators. They're switching over. So we're things are going to shift based on time frames and stuff as we get darker. And we're getting there, though. I believe we're actually, we're at, what, five blocks now, right? Yeah. Technically, there should be an update. We should be at 4 blocks, technically. I think we're on an edge. I see the coding, and the coding is kind of shifting. It's like I said, it's kind of like, I think a couple of these people are running on solar, and they're shifting to generators, and it was going to break the block, but it kicked back. So now I'm back up to 5, around 5 roughly. I think we're about to hit 4 though. We should technically be at 4, realistically. So before or after halving, again, I told everybody to buy at 16,000. I'm not going to recommend when we're near an all-time high or hit an all-time high. Scooter says, encourage more viewers to share. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it, Scooter. Much appreciated, man. Talking in depth and in detail compared to everybody else who's just like spewing crap. Not to be a dick, but like I watch some of these videos where they try to talk about crypto and stock and shit, and it's like they have to cut like every 6 seconds. Like they don't know what they're talking about. It's like they have a script and they wrote some shit out and they say something, they'll look at you, they'll say a sentence, then they have to edit it and say the next sentence and edit it and say, because they have to keep looking. Oh my God. It's like the people that follow them, it's like, no offense, but man, you don't understand why you're losing money. I mean, I can tell you right now. I always love people who edit their shit like that. Like they'll say like 3 words and there's an edit because they don't know what they're actually talking about. See, like me, I always go unedited because I know everything I'm talking about. I could sit here and talk for 10 fucking days about all this shit. It doesn't matter, right? I don't need edits to cover up anything. Again, it doesn't matter what is cheaper. You don't have to buy an entire coin, right? Or a token. You can buy fractions of it. It's all about the percentage. Like if I put $1,000 on Bitcoin and it makes 10x, right? I got $10,000, right? I 10x my freaking money. Now, if I put $1,000, now if I buy an entire Ethereum token, right? A coin, and let's say it was 2,000 and it doubled to 4,000. Well, I only doubled my money. It doesn't matter how much you invest into it. It's about the percentage return on investment, realistically. If this was stock, then, shares of stock, I'd agree with you 100%. That yes, cheaper, but with crypto, because you can buy any type of fraction of it, it doesn't really matter. So we are down to 4 blocks now, 51 minutes, 63,989 value, 8:53 p.m. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ignore the people in the Discord. We had a question. Stat says, hi everyone, lots of people on the TikTok live stream. Well, that's because I'm actually giving the real information on TikTok. These other people just guess. They don't fucking know what's going on, bro. Damn, there's a lot of stuff. Hold on. Let's see. Scooter says, in my lifetime, I don't know what that was in response to. For some reason, it's not refreshing. And when it refreshes, it does like 20 of them at a time. So keep that in mind. I'm trying to keep up with the Discord and TikTok all at the same time here. And I haven't eaten. I'm so fucking hungry. But let's take a look at something real quick. We are down to 3 blocks now. I said 4. I was pretty close. 3. I'm looking at the coding more. I look at the coding. I don't look at all these other people. Everybody, I guarantee you, if I go to like 10 different things, everybody's got a different countdown. My calculation in my brain is 4 blocks. I mean, you could see there's the amount of blocks technically, as long as you can understand it. But yeah, 4. I don't know what is this? I got an alert from a company that says 3. It's not 3. There's 4 blocks, bro. Get your shit straight. Get your shit straight. I feel like I need to be a consultant for all these companies. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. There's 4 blocks left. Get your shit straight. Come on. Keep it straight now. Yeah, Gemini's not correct. You did not have 3 blocks 5 minutes ago. We had 4 blocks 5 minutes. They're jumping the gun for clicks. That's what they're doing. Sons of bitches. I know what they're up to. Anyways, there are 4 blocks. We're on the edge of 3, hitting 3 right now. I feel like a golf. I feel like one of the sports announcers for golf. On 4, dropping 4, hitting 3, dropping 4, hitting 3, hitting 3, hitting 4, dropping 1, about to par on 3. That's what I feel like. I feel like I belong on a golf course. But yeah, 4, we're on block 4. ICP and St. Cloud Posse. Pretty good band, Eat and talk with your mouth full. I'm sure they won't mind. I can't, man. I've seen people on videos and shit do that. They're like, nom, 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 nom. I'm like, oh my God, shut up. Like, I want to find out where they live, get on their live stream, smack them, and go back like we don't chew. Like literally my kids have not even chewed with their mouth open since they were 2 fucking years old. Okay. If 2-year-olds can do it, you can do it as adults, people. No one cares what you're eating. We don't want to know what's in your mouth, bro. Spit that shit out. This is going to go from a Bitcoin conversation to why we don't talk with our mouths full conversation. But I also have OCD, ADHD, an analytical brain, and ADD all mixed into one. And that's why my mind works so well with crypto and stock and investments and numbers. So that's also why I only sleep for 2.5 hours every single night. So there you go. For those of you that I had somebody talking to me in one of my live streams once, and they were saying, I've never did the research on this. I don't know if it's true, but because I was talking about how I can only sleep for 2.5 hours a night because of how fast my neurons fire. And I have to always be analyzing, and I always need to know something mathematically and building something essentially. And he was telling me that Nikola Tesla slept, I think, for 2 hours a night. You had all these people. You had Albert Einstein. I think he slept for a total of 4 hours, but he did it in like increments of 1 hour for four times during the day or some shit. I don't know. I know I have a lot of the same shit they have. I can tell you that. That's why I can't sleep ever. People say it's bad for you, but it really is on an individual basis. Some people, like me, I have no problem with it. Like, I may have lost some hair. That might be the cause of some of it. I don't know. I mean, I'm still alive. I haven't had a heart attack or stroke, and I've outlived most everybody I grew up with. Granted, I'm only in like my late 30s, but most of the people I knew died in their early 30s from drinking too much alcohol. So, fuck if I know. I put a put option on all your stock signals. So, you lost money? Let's see. So I also tell people when I sell, you're not supposed to hold forever, genius. So let's talk about this. I gave Bitcoin out at 16,000. I said it would hit an all-time high in over a year. That's in writing in the Discord, and it did. Ethereum, I said to buy at 800, which was the low. I said that was going to more than triple, and it did. Let's see. I also said Tesla at 103, and I told everybody when I sold at 280, perfection. Verizon at 35, I said it was going to 30, buy at 30, and then it will hit over 40 with an 8% dividend with perfection. DJT I just did. You can see the video before this. DJT, when it was at 37, I said it was going to go to 20 to 23, and it did. And I said to sell it between 35 and 40, and that was today. So everything you're saying is a lie. If you did puts on everything I said, you have lost a shit ton of money, bro. There's literal evidence of the video on this page. There's literal evidence of the screenshots on this TikTok. So you're in the wrong room, my guy. Try again. Gotta love the haters. They hate when people have money. I've learned this, dude. The more money you have, the more people hate you, which is why you never tell people you have money. You don't let them see it either. Fortunately, they can see my nice Tesla solar panels and my car and shit, unfortunately. So you get a lot of bullshit assholes from that. But that's what these people do. So this guy is a liar. He's never been in my Discord, or he would have lost a shit ton of money. Clearly, he's from some other 12-year-old clown TikTok channel. Nothing new. Same people, different day. Hopefully everybody is going great, and everybody is having a great night. And Lucid, I never said to invest in Lucid. What the hell are you talking about? Again, that's a liar. They do, man. Like literally, I put that, like you can go see the video I posted. Let me turn this light on. You can literally go see the video I posted today, which literally predicted to the fucking dollar everything that was going to happen with DJT to perfection to make people money. And when you do that, you get these type of people who come out and claim that, they were a part of your Discord, but yet they can't recall anything that you actually did in the Discord. So it's really funny. That's what they do, because when somebody like me puts something out, it hurts their channel, because it actually shows that someone like me is actually talented at doing this and has been for over 14 years. And these people, all they do is they live stream spy because they don't know what they're doing, right? So it's funny as hell to watch these people. The better you are at something, the more hatred there is. We are down to the last 2 blocks, by the way. Bitcoin 64,158, but we are down to the last 2 blocks before the halving. We are almost there, folks. Hold on just a little longer. Again, 8:53 p.m. is the predicted time. Like I said, I think everybody kicked on their fucking backup batteries. Because a lot of you remember, a lot of these mining farms are ran on solar now, and it's the only way it makes sense to mine anymore. And so they got to hit their backup generators and shit and get going. So they did, and we dropped from 4 to 2 really fast. So they're all hitting it as much as possible, right? $64,117. 0 blocks remaining. We have just hit a halving, folks. They just took out early. That was early. That's like fucking, that's really early. The halving just hit. 0 blocks remaining. Here we are, boys and girls. There are no more blocks to mine for the halving. And Bitcoin's price, $64,117. Still remaining the same. There are no blocks remaining. And like I said, nothing would happen. I've been through halvings before. I understand you have all these people on TikTok and shit who know nothing about it, have never been through a halving before, and they speculate on shit. But like I said, there wasn't really much that was going to happen, because this price shift was due to ETFs buying up Bitcoin, not the halving itself. So that's where we are, 63,979 now. Nothing, same fluctuation, different day. Exactly as I said, nothing different is going on. But of course, the main thing that happened right now is we controlled inflation, and we would control inflation in the U.S. should our president stop overprinting money. Like I said, the rewards now for the miners is now 3.125. That's it. 3.125 Bitcoin per every block mined. That's their reward. It's not really much, considering in 2009 we were getting 50 blocks for a reward. Again, we were worth like $1, like a fucking dollar. We're getting like $50 every time we did something. But when I sold it, it was a lot more than $1. I'll tell you that shit. But yeah, like I said, we didn't really do anything. Nah. We're right where we should be. As I predicted, nothing. You know why? Because I've gone through 3 halvings before, guys. Nothing fucking happens. Now, keep in mind, once word gets out on how this shit actually works, some shifts will happen. Sometimes Bitcoin does go up. 2020s did not go up because of the halving. It went up because everybody was on lockdown and they were trying to invest in shit, and you had GME and AMC and Wall Street Bets promoting the shit out of it. You had Elon Musk promoting the shit out of it. That's what drove that spike. It wasn't the halving. This spike had to do with hedge funds buying up Bitcoin for their ETFs, not the halving. But it is really big for inflation. It's really big in the sense of we can't mine as many. So if some big trillionaire, couple trillionaires come by and, swoop up the fucking Bitcoin, you can only then buy 3 every time a block is mined. Okay. So that's just kind of how it works. And that's where we are sitting, $63,953. And like I said, nothing too amazing. All the blocks have been mined. We're good to go. And inflation has been kept at balance, $63,953. And again, inflation has been kept at balance. Okay. So with all that said, we got bumped back up to 2 blocks. Oh, Jesus. You know what, you damn miners? What the hell are with miners today, bro? Miners today have some serious fucking issues, my guy. I'm just saying. How did we get bumped back up to 2 fucking blocks? Holy shit, these miners today. You know, miners back in my day when we mined 10 feet of fucking snow. We mined some shit, it stayed mined. It didn't come back up on the blockchain. That's right, we were outside with our fucking ASIC butterfly mining rigs in the snow. 10 feet of snow in Florida, bro. And shit. When we mined a block, that shit stay mined. No, none of this shit disappearing, coming back. Where the hell 2 blocks come back from? Well, these people are like, nope, we don't want it. You take that shit back. We don't want them. You guys keep it. We want the 3. We don't want 6 1/4. We want 3.125 of reward. I fucking can't, dude. I'm so done. How the shit did we go back, bro? I love how it went back up. I don't know about you all, but when I mined some shit, it stayed mined. Y'all, damn, you're identifying as miners today. You identified that you mined a block. You didn't really mine the block, right? You oh, Jesus, I can do this all day. Oh, we're down to 1 block. 1 block. Now we're officially down to 1 block. We're back down. Gotta love miners today. It's like they were like, nope, take this shit back, bro. We don't want it. Why will my live end unless I solve a puzzle? What kind of shit is this? Yeah, clearly I'm talking, bro. Can't you hear me? I don't dollar cost average. That's garbage. You lose money doing that. So, yeah, it has nothing to, you can't say what time. It's going to fluctuate. It's not a given time. It's based on when a certain amount of blocks are mined. So, and then you have to validate those said blocks. So it was, what I was saying was a joke. I guess I shouldn't be doing jokes because you guys are going to take it seriously. So a block gets mined. I mean, I used to be a fucking Bitcoin miner for almost 3 years. A block gets mined, then it has to be verified. So what can happen is like what just happened. So it went from 2 to 0. However, when it went for the verification to verify the mine block, it said, no, bitch, not today. And it was unverified. So we had 2 blocks. We just had 1 more block verified. It has now changed to 8 minutes, roughly. 8:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is now the new time, with 1 block officially remaining verified blocks, mine blocks. I forget I shouldn't joke because people might leave and then they'll take it seriously. But okay, so there's officially 1 block left. All right, verified. Damn, bro. I keep forgetting people are so literal today. My Francisco, my full analysis and price targets are available in the Discord for Tesla, also available in video form. They didn't follow the rules. Well, you got to understand it's a lot of math. Essentially what the mining rigs are is just very intelligent processors mining. So basically doing a bunch of equations. That's all they're doing. And when they solve the equation, it's like a big fucking Rubik's Cube, right? You solve the equation, it comes back, it spews, goes back and forth, it breaks down the math, block its mind in a picture layman term form, very roughly said. But, and then it's done. Here's the reward, verification. Nope, you missed a few, you missed a few equations in there. Fuck it back over there. Get over there. You're not ready yet. But now we're down to 1 block officially, 6 minutes, 34 seconds. 8:26 p.m. is what we're looking at. So that's what we are officially looking at. I know my clock kind of shows something different, but I'm just letting you know it's like it's going to bounce around. We're like around 8 minutes. Don't look at my clock that says 32. We're around 8 technically because there's 1 block yet left, and we're just kind of waiting patiently. You know, back in my day, I would have had that block mine. But then again, the difficulty rating wasn't so high. Also, keep in mind, halving creates a higher difficulty too. So it takes more power to mine a block now, and you get half the reward. Like I said, back in my day, I was hitting 25 Bitcoin on a block break. I did that shit in the snow. So, but today they have to use more power, more computing power, more electricity, whether it be from the grid or solar, and they get less. Now it'll be 3.125 compared to my 25, back in the day, 10 years ago. So keep that in mind too. The difficulty rating goes up. Neo, don't like it, never liked it. I'm broke. We are all broke. I'm not broke, but I hope you're not broke. I don't want you to be broke. I'll give you 500 bottle caps. 500 bottle caps. Will that help you? It's only going to help you if you're if you live in the Fallout world. Roughly 1 block left, 8 minutes remaining for an 8:30 p.m. now estimation. And again, this is due to the fact that we have a whole bunch of lazy-ass miners not wanting to put the work in to break that last block up. Let's go, bro. Let's get that last block. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man. Let's get that last block mined. We are officially mined. We have halved, officially verified. We are verified. Are we verified? I'm checking the verification on the last block. Be in mind. I believe we are fucking mined, guys. I think it's verified. Yep. Officially verified. 3.125 Bitcoin for rewards now. And the difficulty goes up. My Discord is dailyinvestorx.com or patreon.com/investorx. Both links are on my main profile page. Click my profile picture, click the link tree, and you'll be able to access that. So we are officially mined, though. So we are now at a 3.125 reward. Inflation will be kept beautifully, as it should. The difficulty goes up for the miners. Their reward goes down. Cost them a lot more money to mine, which puts less of our currency in circulation the way it should be. Listen up, Biden, you motherfucker. Future president, listen up, you motherfucker. Stop overprinting money. Take a lesson from Bitcoin. And that's where we're hitting. We are at 63,564. We expect it to go down a little bit. It's nothing new. That is nothing for Bitcoin. Bitcoin heavily fluctuates. That ain't shit. So with all that said, happy halving. I hope you all make a ton of money and continue to do so. Everybody in the Discord, if you have any questions, you didn't post anything, but thank you everybody who joined in the Discord. Happy halving. And as always, I will see everybody in the Discord next week in our live stream to go over another analyses and price targets on a new investment. So with all that said, happy halving. I hope you all are making a killing. Take care, and I will see you next week. That's for the Discord. And I am officially putting it on the Discord. Okay, I'm on the Discord. Now we're back on TikTok, answering those questions. Hopefully everybody's making a ton of money. Thank you everybody who joined the Halving live stream. If you're not a member yet, you might want to sign up because we're making fuck tons of money in there. All you got to do is head on over to dailyinvestorx.com or patreon.com/investorx. Same goes for all you out in YouTube land. You can do the same as well. And as always, thank you everybody who follows, subscribes, has that positive energy. Nobody likes these negative clowns. And I hope you all make a ton of money in the future. And I will see you all. Well, I don't know when I'll see you all again because I do my live streams in the Discord. But the next big event, I'll see you.